Flat rate shipping any distance, anywhere except nullsec. Simple, 210 million ISK
Johnny,
will
can I
move
see him,
up to
please?
4 billion in value and up to 360,000 M3 within 72 hours. If you have any questions about further details, go to the in-game channel GHSOL in-game and ask there.
HighSec Buyback offers a 90% JITA anywhere in HighSec. Simply go to highsec.evebuyback.com, appraise your items, create a contract, and get paid quickly.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenneth Feld coming to you from my living room. However, there is a gigantic cat fight going on in 4AB, so we're going to go there right now. This is what the field looks like. There is 2,321 in local. The fight is at or near the Ihub. If you look right there in the center of the picture, you can see the Ihub right there. I'm not sure what started or kicked this off. I still need to work on some of my overview here, so I'll do that real quick. So INIT and Goons are both red. I'll make Brave orange. Let's see here. What would be the best way to do that? So who's that? Pilot. So click on the pilot, click on Brave, and then standings. So we'll add the contact and make them orange. Okay, so now everyone in Brave is orange, and then I'll take, we'll make, Horde light blue. And if I find a PL or NC, I'll make them dark blue. It kind of gives you an idea of where they're at right now. Right now, stuff's dying pretty quickly. I have a battle report pulled up already, just to give you an idea of where we're at. This is what the battle report looks like. If I have some of this wrong, please let me know in Twitch chat, because I am definitely not the best at knowing who is what, where, when type of thing. Okay, yeah, I'm watching Twitch chat now. Okay. I'm not sure what they're fighting over, Valamir. I don't know. Someone probably called someone's mom a bad name, and all hell broke loose. But anyway, if you look here, there's about 900 people in Team A and another 300 in Team B, and they're both on the same side, obviously. So A and B are working together. So that's about 1,200 people. And then C and D are working together, and 400 and 850. So that's about 1,260 people. So the odds are roughly the same on both sides. But if you look at the ISK loss, 482 plus 190 is about 670 versus 280 and 705. So that's almost a trillion ISK right there. And I'm going to, let's see, what time is it in game? It's only 22. Okay, I'm going to refresh this real quick. And let's see what it what it's up to. No, it's going to take a long time for this to finally pan out and catch up. But yeah, okay, so that changed quite a bit, and I just refreshed it a minute or two ago. So now we're up to like 600 or 585 and 217. So that's right at 800 and 350 and 850. So that's 1.2 trillion lost already. Overall, it's 2 trillion lost. So that is pretty massive amounts of loss there. Let's see here. Well, let's go back to the fighting. I'll go ahead and turn this off. We can check back in with it. I have the dread only overview up here, so you can see how many dreads there are. Oh, there's Archon, so it must be dreads and carrier overview. There is a ton of Zernitras. Well, when I say a ton, probably close to 40, maybe 50 of them, I would imagine. Now, some of them may be dead already, but yeah, it is a ton of ISK, but it's divided up amongst a lot of the large alliances, so they'll absorb this pretty easily and keep moving. Let's see here. Sorry, just checking a few things. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, that's 2 trillion ISK as of now. There is going to be a lot more stuff dying in the very near future. So we'll see how that goes. I think I got a little bit better battle report coming in right now. So, oh yeah, so it's definitely on the I don't know what you call them now, whatever the Goon, INIT, Brave, whatever they're calling themselves, are definitely well over 1 trillion ISK gone. So let's see here. I'm gonna keep my battle report the way that it is. So let's see. Has anyone famous been dead yet? Oh, here. Let's look at the summary real quick. Okay, this'll give you an idea. So this is the summary of all the ships lost. So Zenitra's 41 involved in this group, 6 lost. 13 involved here, 7 lost. 1 involved here, 1 lost. 39 involved, 6 lost. Just to give you an idea. And let's see what else is there. Lot of Navy dreads. A lot of Navy dreads are dying. And they're not that much more expensive than regular dreads to build, but the blueprints are getting harder to come by. So that's going to be brutal. And if you look at it's either Goons or INIT, one or the other, have lost 32 Revs, 43 Naglfars, 24 Moros, 5 Phoenix. That is a lot of dreads. A lot of dreads. Let me combine these columns up real quick. Here's a different battle report I got from someone. And, oh, we need to stretch that out a little bit to the 30th. There we go. Well, let's spin this up and see what we get here for losses now. And not much is happening on field. They're just just killing each other for the most part. It appears that at least on the Pandemic Horde fraternity side, they're using different types of dreads, because sometimes they're bringing them right in on top of the goon dreads, and sometimes they're doing them at quite a distance. Oh, well, no, I take it back. This group back here is at quite a distance too. So it looks like both sides. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Phoenixes and Zenitras in the back. Yeah, because they can. Phoenixes basically have unlimited projection with missiles, so they're just coming in from the back. Okay, so that's finished updating now. So it looks like 850 billion ISK lost for Team A, 1.32 trillion lost for Team B. And Team B on my screen is red, Team A is blue, just to give you an idea. So they're up to 53 Revelations, 63 Naglfars, 33 Moros, and 11 Phoenix, all dead. Team A has lost more Zernitras, which are even harder to get the blueprints for than the Navy Dreads, but overall, not that bad. 63 Naglfars lost on both sides, though, so no love for the Naglfar. I guess that's what you get for having duct tape and baling wire holding your shit together. Moroses are dying pretty easy too. Obviously, they're picking on the T1 dreads because they have the weakest tanks, so they go down the quickest. Anyway, we'll stop back and look at this as we go along. Let's get back to the action here and see what's going on. I think I can stop my ship now. I'm probably far enough away from everything that I don't have to worry about getting in too much trouble. Let's see here. Go slice. Yeah, I don't have slice colored, so slice is probably in the gray somewhere. If I find a slice guy, I'll definitely color him for you. There's a lot. Oh, you know what? This is probably, the dread is only a bad dread overview. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? We can make, we have that second overview deal. So we'll put the hostile dreads over here. And let's see here. I'll make a that should work. There we go. Okay. So on the left would be the hostile caps. I'll put that just underneath the tie-dye symbol right there so you can tell that we're absolutely in tie-dye. And there is the, I don't know why the Brave probes are there. I don't want probes on there anyway. So let's see. We're going to remove them from the tab. There we go. So, oh, it looks like slices in the blue already, I think, maybe. Let's see, razor, yeah. I don't know. If they're not there, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is pretty pretty brutal. You lock something, you think about it for a little while, go get something to drink, fix yourself something to eat, and you come back and they're almost locked and you can almost shoot them. And then, you know, obviously you hit the F1 button and then you go back and get another something to eat, go to sleep. You wake up in the morning, gun's almost cycled. But let's see here. Is there any big movement in the battle reports here? I'm gonna move this one a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be going on for a while, I would imagine. It looks like everybody's bubbled pretty good. Bubbles in tie-dye are really bad because it's hard to tell when they're up, when they're down. Most people are in potato mode, so it's really hard to see what's going on. And even reshipping and getting back in is pretty bad. No one really kills pods because you don't want to give them a free ride back. So even if you self-destruct, it's 2 minutes, but it's 2 tie-dye minutes. So it's a long time before you can even get back and reship. Oh yeah, the battle report board is absolutely not loving life right now. So I don't know if we'll get to update that on quite some time. I looked at Zkill earlier and stuff was scrolling by so fast I couldn't even barely see it. So let's see. Oh, I just got a refresh. So Team A, the blue team, is now up to almost $1 trillion lost, 925 billion lost. And the red team is sitting at about 1.5 trillion lost. So we're now well over 2.5 trillion ISK lost. You guys have any questions? Be sure to put them in chat, and I'll try and get to them. No promises. See how everything's going. Let's see here. Oh, I'm kind of blocking the blue tab, aren't I? Oh, sorry. Locals stand pretty constant at like 2,300. When I came in and warped and initially turned around and warped back, I honestly didn't have that much trouble. My modules were working. With only 2,300 people in local, I mean, it's going to be tie-dye, but stuff would normally work pretty good in this scenario. And I would imagine the way the nodes work, if this node was not reinforced, and I don't know if it was or wasn't, if this node had like say 5 or 6 solar systems on it, what will happen is the computer will sense that there's a lot of load in this one solar system, and it will remap all of the other solar systems off of this node. And when they do that, that solar system, like if you're in that solar system, you'll disconnect and you're just like, why did I disconnect? There's a fight all the way up there in Pure Blind, but I'm down here in Derelict. And all of a sudden you just randomly disconnect, you log right back in, and the system's right back to where it was. That's the way this is designed, so that if you wouldn't want one node having 5 or 6 systems all right next to each other, because then if you have to break off one system, then all the nodes around it go down, which is where the people trying to get to the fight are. So like they'll have one node and it'll be like one system up north, one down south, one in the east, one on the west, maybe 1 or 2 in high sec around that area type of thing. They try and make the systems quite far apart so that they have no strategic involvement with one or the other. That way, if one of the systems if one of the systems on that node has to get isolated, dropping the other ones off won't affect the fight around that one system. I hope that makes sense. Now, if it was reinforced at downtime because one of the FCs put in a reinforcement notice, then it would be isolated by itself automatically, and there wouldn't be any swapping of other things. But when these fights like this happen organically, not much, not much we can do. So let's see what we up to now. I'm gonna try and do this battle report again. And while we're doing that, I unfortunately have to go take care of something real quick. We got hurricane preps going here, so I will be right back, but I'll leave the screen up for you. Sorry about that. Man came to refill the propane. I had to make sure that propane got topped off so we had fuel for the generator. Because I would imagine about this time tomorrow, I'm going to be needing it. So not a ton changed. We're at 950 bill on the blue side. The red side is 1.55. So we are officially over 2.5 trillion now of what's showing up on the battle report. I'm sure a lot more stuff. Like even if the fight ended right now, this stuff would still be cached and coming into Zkill for quite a while. Normally, I mean, it could easily be another couple 100 billion on a fight this size. Okay, so I'm gonna try and reload this one here, and let's see what we get. See how this one comes up so we can just show it and see how everybody's faring. Okay, so we get to the summary page here. And there we go. Yep. Okay, so that works. So now let's see where we are. So the poor Naglfars have been picked on. 66 lost here. Still 63 lost there. So the blue team stopped shooting the Naglfars. It looks like they've switched over to Revelations because Revelation is now in the lead with 79 lost. Looks like the red team is hitting Zernitras. And look, they've gone from 41 to 58 now. So they're jumping in more Zenitras into this fight. Let me turn the audio off here. That is way loud in my ear. Okay, there we go. So, and 126 Navy Revelations, and none of them have gotten killed yet. And those things are just out there doing damage. So the red team, yeah, they had definitely a lot more Revelations than anything else. Well, so did the blue team, but they have a fair mix of everything else, and a little bit of everything's been shot. Few carriers on both sides, probably links. So you want to kind of kill them. That way you can get rid of the links. Yeah, Space Gator, do you live close to me? I can't remember where you live. Um, but yeah, I'm up in South Carolina, so I mean it's going to be a pretty bad thunderstorm by the time it gets to us. But I live out in the boonies with overhead power lines, so some big pine tree falls down, and we don't have power for a day. So, and I don't want to butcher this name, but Kafalco, who's fighting who? As you can see on this list here, I'll scroll up. Actually, this one gives you a little bit better idea. There's 4 teams here. Team A and Team B are helping each other, and Team C and Team D are helping each other, and they're fighting each other. So you have Pandemic Horde, Pandemic Legion, Northern Coalition, Slice, and then a bunch of small ones. The number in parentheses is how many people are there. So there's not very many people from these little ones, but obviously Fraternity is there, and this is the main Slice. Alliance has 43 there. Test Alliance, no visual, and then a bunch of couple here, couple there, and they are fighting Brave, We Form Blob, Sigma, Grind Set, Legion of Death, Synergy of Steel, We Form Volta, Banderlogs, Brotherhood of Spacers. Brave United is a offshoot of Brave, and then the Initiative and Goonswarm. So Team C and Team D are fighting A and B. They're fighting at the Ihub, and the Ihub appears to be reinforced. So I don't know if someone was trying to entosis it or it had already been entosis. I don't know. I just know that my phone started overheating with all the pings I got, and I can't be at the keyboard right now. Like I said, I'm still doing a few things, so I just figured I'd stream it right now and provide the content to everybody who can't be in there shooting each other. And yep. Oh yeah, Stranglehold. I am absolutely looking forward to the cool off. I think I was looking tomorrow. Yeah, it's like 78 degrees and gets up to like 80. And then for Thursday, I don't think it gets above 75. And then like Thursday and Friday at night, it dips down into the 60s. I'm definitely looking forward to it. We've been on broil for a little too long now. We need to go back down to, at least roast or bake or something. Okay, so you're Team C. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Team C is not doing too well. I'm sorry about that. If you look back to this one right here, we just have A and B on this one, but A is on the other page. A and B combined is A here, which is the blue team, and the red team is Team B, and Team B is down a little over 1.5 trillion ISK. Team A is down just a touch under 1 trillion ISK, but I haven't updated this in a while. So let's go ahead and reload this and, just like Vegas, roll the dice and see what we get. It'll probably take us a little bit here. But like I said, not much else is going on. Oh, it reloaded pretty quick. Okay, so Team A, blue team, is now definitely over 1 trillion lost in kill mails. Team B is 1.75 trillion. So no Titans that I've seen. There was a couple supers on the Frat Fort. Boy, I say that quick a few times. But they're definitely not in the fight. This fight is all dreadnoughts. If you look here, you can see that there was on the one side, on the left side. Oh, here they're swapped here. Let's do this. That way, it's the same for both. So on the kill mails now, the red team is on the red side, the blue team's on the blue side. That way, it's a little because it was confusing me. Okay, so on the blue side, they have 59 Zunitras, 17 of them lost, 4 Nagafar fleets, 2 of them lost, 130 Navy Revs, 1 lost, 209 Revelations, 12 lost, 82 Nagafars, 67 lost, and so on down the line. And if you notice, it goes straight from Dreads to a few carriers, which are most likely Lynx, and then straight into Force Auxiliaries, which are supporting all the battleship and subcap logi, most likely. So, oh, if you look, here's something else too. So, battleships, Tempest Fleet issue, blue side fielded 209, lost 34. Red side fielded 306, have lost 72. Rokes, they've fielded 137 and lost 84. So that's a little over 150 battleships lost just between those two. And if you look at the blue team side, they haven't lost anywhere near that number of battleships. I know that one side is in Nightmares. Yeah, they fielded 94 Nightmares and have lost one. So the bulk of the losses for the blue team is Naglfars and Zernitras, and a little bit the Minakawas. That's 45 billion right there. And on the red side, the bulk of the losses is Revelations, Naglfars, Moros is to a certain extent, Revelation navies, Zernitras, and Naglfar fleets are 50 billion. Moros navies are 90 billion. So pretty much they're over 50 billion in almost every dread category except for Phoenix navies, and they're probably almost off grid shooting stuff. So, well, I guess they're hybrids now. They could have blasters, but most likely they're way in the back lobbing stuff. So, 300 billion in around 10 minutes. What happened? Stuff died. They ran into the other guy's bullets and fell over. And yeah, it is what it is. Um, when you have something like this and you get this many dreads, you can almost alpha up, and you can just watch them on the screen. They're just there and they're gone. I can't lock any of them because I'm so far away, but they can. Yeah, so there's another one just vanished. So right now, if I was the blue side, I'd be putting my sabers out there and just trying to tackle as much as possible because it's stuff's going to want to start bailing. Let's see. Yeah, Naglfar Navy alone is 19 billion. That's not for one. That Naglfar Navy, five of them was 50 billion. So that's about 10 billion apiece. These two of them were 20 billion or 19 billion. So that's 9.5 apiece. I don't know how they were fit, but it could be that they were pretty blinged out, or maybe had the Concord guns on them or something like that. There's no telling. Uh, People from this side absolutely bling out their stuff. So let's see here. Let's see if it's this one. We can look at this report real quick and see what it comes up. Assuming Zkill hasn't melted. Oh, you're up towards Columbia. Okay. Yeah, that's the guy who runs Zkill is up around that area too. Let's see here. It's thinking about it. It's getting there, maybe. Yeah, everything runs slow during this. Okay, so it doesn't. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what his losses are. Yeah, it just may not come up. Oh, okay, never mind. This may be the one that died right here. Sorry. The one that's red. Yep, that's what it is. The one that's red is the one that died. Let's see if this one comes up. So, tons of you can see it popping up on the screen. Nothing but capsule messages, people self-destructing. So let's see. So let's see. This one said it was 7 billion destroyed. Yeah, nothing sticking out to me here. So let's look at the other battle report here and see if this is, oh, a fraternity one. Yeah, this could be anything right here. This one's probably the 12, 13 billion ISK Naglfar fleet issue. Right, yeah. Torvald was there. I live down in Charleston, so I'm just south of the city in Charleston, out in the sticks. Oh yeah, you're gonna need popcorn for this. You may have to go get 2 or 3 bags and put your microwave on standby. Huh. Well, it's thinking about loading. Yeah, Zkill is having just as hard of a time as the game is right now, and Eve Tools is the same way, just begging for mercy. Let's see what comes up here. Let's do a. Let's see. Okay, so there's the ship loss. Okay, there's that one. We'll close that one now. And let's do a combined update and see where we sit while we're waiting for this ship to load. See where we're coming out. Oh, this one's about 7.2. Huh. I don't know where it got that from then. Because by this account, it should be about 15 billion for two of them. Oh, maybe it counted the pods. I bet their pods were pretty. They probably had amulets in their pod. So, yeah. So each dread was about 7.5 to 8 billion. And then their head chiefs was probably 1.5 billion each. So that makes two of them worth 19. That makes sense. Um, or not amulets, whatever the slave one or whatever the shield ones are. I don't know off the top of my head, but okay, let's see. Is this reloaded? Okay, so the blue team has now lost 1.15 trillion. The red team is rapidly approaching 2 trillion, and we are over 3 trillion total lost. 3 trillion ISK has gone poof so far. Yeah, this is going to be the bloodbath of 4-Tech AB SB up here in Pure Blind. Boy, this is, yeah. They're not going to be licking any wounds after this. You're going to need flat out triage in an emergency room. Okay, so let's turn this off and get back to looking at the fight. Let me see if I can zoom in on something here. Here is a brave Naglfar. And by brave, I mean he is brave to field it because he is probably quickly going to be primaried. So let's see if we can watch him go poof right in front of our eyes. There's a Praxis there. And you can see in the background that red bubble going up. That's how tie-dye works. Everything slows down. The OPA, yeah, time to start mining. Yep, absolutely. You probably should have started mining for this about 6 months ago. And even then, I don't know. How many delve units is this fight so far? Any goons in here? Space Gator, the reason there's no Titans is because there's no advantage to bringing them other than their DD. Um, they don't do any more damage than a Dread, and they cost. You can field what's it like 14 or 15 Dreads or one Titan, and the DD is the only thing that you gain, and it's not worth it. It's just absolutely not worth it. Um, I wish there were some things that we could do to kind of turn that around a little bit, but until CCP, I don't want to say changes their mind, but until some things change in game, that's just the way it's going to be. There's just no reason to field them. It's the same reason all these here, you see all these dreads. Let me just add them up real quick. So 63 and 130, so 200, 230, and 220 is 450, 530, 580, 608, and we'll roughly say about the same on the other side. So we'll say 1,200 dreads were fielded during this fight, not a single Tech 2 dread, for the same reason. If you don't need the little Wandy Lance deal, they are absolutely not worth bringing. They don't do any more damage than a Tech 1 dread. They just have the Wandy stick. And if you don't need the Wandy stick, there's absolutely no reason to bring them. Who, me? Am I responsible for this? I can tell you this. If you see a ticker that's minus 10 and they're in a ship, probably 99.9% chance I built it. So, yes, I'm pretty much directly responsible for this. I have built probably close to 300 faction dreads since the patch dropped, what, 8, 10 weeks ago, somewhere around there. So I am absolutely positively responsible for this. Oh yeah, mineral prices will be going up. I bet you can log on to Jita right now, and there's probably already a line going straight up of the prices of things, especially Myco Saracen gas. Oh yeah, Myco gas is going crazy. R4 Moon Goo is probably going crazy. Isogen has probably lost its freaking mind just due to the amount of battleships that are lost. Dreads don't take a ton of Isogen. I mean, don't get me wrong, they take quite a bit, but battleships are the ones that really drain the Isogen from the system. So I'm sorry there's not a little bit more going on here. I don't want to talk your ear off completely, but it's definitely what it looks like in the middle of a fight. Okay, so let's he didn't explode yet, so that was kind of anticlimactic. Has anyone ever seen what a wreck looks like? This is what a Naglfar wreck looks like. Oh, that's my ship. Oh, wait, when we get to find this wreck. Oh yeah, they're all over the place. Oh, I can't. Can I look into those? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's a Moros. That's a Moros wreck right there. And these are Naglfar wrecks here. More Naglfar wrecks. Oh, look, most of that you see on the screen right now, especially on the left-hand side, that is all wrecks. All those gray areas right there are all wrecks, not the blue dots. The blue dots are obviously active, but all those little gray silhouettes right there, those are all dead dreads. That is crazy. Okay, let's see here. I I don't want to listen in on comms, but let's see here. Let's pick someone on the other side. That looks like they're going through Revelations, so these guys are probably not going to live very long. We'll try this guy and then look at him and see if we can see him blow up. Now I'm on potato mode, so you really won't see anything if they blow up. It just goes crunch. Oh, there's a Revelation wreck right next to him there. That's what a Revelation looks like to the left of this guy. And you can see when they go into siege modes, the guns stick out from the side of the ship right there. You can see the gun sticking out, and that's how it fires. I turned the sound off because when you get in here amongst all these ships and they start firing, it's just sensory overload there with what you can see. Um, I so here's the thing with the BPCs. I do not get involved in the acquisition of blueprints. Um, Mostly because I'm not a diplomat type, right? I build shit. Not that I don't need blueprints to build it, but there's other people um, who are more suited for the diplomatic and kind of figuring out where you can get them from. And he's friends with this guy who knows this guy who's got a stack of 100 of them. And, hey, if we take them all, and, if we take all 100, we'll give you a 950 bill or whatever type thing. So because of the way that those blueprints are acquired and that kind of stuff, I generally stay out of that game and let the diplomats and those guys handle that. And then I just build all the parts and everything, and they hand me like here's 100 Rev navies and 80 Moros navies. How fast can you build them all? And I'll say, let's see, 3 weeks. And they go, okay, come back in 3 weeks. Here's your 180 ships, and everybody's happy. Hope that answers your question. Well, I guess technically it doesn't answer your question, but it's unfortunately that's how it works. So hopefully this guy will explode in front of our eyes, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, it's been a few minutes here. Let's do another update on the old battle report and see how that's coming out. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, it's getting uglier by the minute. Okay, so the blue team is now 1.3 trillion lost, and the red team is 2.26 trillion. So there for a while, there was about a 5, 6, maybe 700 billion divide between them. Now that divide is almost 1 trillion. So the red team is definitely losing ships at a much faster rate than the blue team. And that is never a good thing. Oh, yep. See, that ship died right in front of our eyes. Sorry, I kind of missed it there. It just kind of went. So that's what a dead. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, it came off the selected object because it just died. So I can't select an object that doesn't exist anymore. So there we go. But that's what a Revelation looks like when it goes poof. Excuse me here. Let me take a little bit of, get rid of a little bit of housekeeping stuff. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. So the big fight we're watching is the blue team versus the red team. They're in 4-tech AB in pure blind. I honestly don't know what they're fighting over. Someone obviously is called someone's mom a really bad name or something, or slapped their girlfriend at the bar or something. Um, but they're on the iHub. There is an iHub in the middle of the picture, and the iHub has been reinforced. So I don't know if that's what kicked it off or whether it was coming out of reinforced or what. I have no idea. My phone just started exploding. Okay, so it did start as an iHub timer. Okay, but yeah, my phone started exploding, and unfortunately, I'm not in a position where I could reliably join the fight, so I decided to stream it and let everybody experience it. Someone called Hunting Deity a good FC. Yeah, I don't know who that is. So maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't sell dreads on the market. I build only for Pandemic Legion. So my dreads, no one outside of PL would ever fly any dreads I build. And our prices are pretty much set internally. So we don't necessarily go by JITA or anything like that. Um, but there is a lot of industrialists out there right now, absolutely chomping at the bit, licking their lips, going, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good week." Yeah, hurricane or no hurricane, I'm making some ISK in the next couple days. That is for sure. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. If you're a privateer right now and you got some dreads you could sell, they will absolutely sell because right about now you could probably get either team to buy near about anything. Yeah, sorry, Space Gator, no blue discount. Let's see, local is still hovering right around 2250. So it's been 2300 plus or minus 50 since I got here. I don't know. I don't even know how to tell how long I've been streaming. 54 minutes, yeah. So, and I started streaming. The fight had been going on for probably close to an hour when I started streaming, probably 45 minutes, somewhere around there. So it is definitely full on. And I still don't see many dreads outside. Let me zoom out a little bit, see if I can. Yeah. So see all back here to the right now. Remember, there wasn't that many bubbles there a little bit ago. Um, I would imagine someone on the blue team kicked a bunch of sabers in the took us and said, don't let anyone escape. And they are absolutely bubbling everything as much as possible because, and that's probably one of the reasons the gap is widening. Um, The red team can't get out, they can't jump out, and they're basically just sitting there, um, just waiting to die. Now, there's blue team is definitely dying too, but when one team is dying much quicker than the other, you absolutely want to keep going until the bitter end. And it looks like they are, yeah, there's just bubble after bubble after bubble going up. And I'm seeing sabers going off and reload and come back. So tie-dye isn't so bad that stuff isn't reacting. I haven't listened to comms, but I would imagine it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm still right at 10%, but I can move the camera around and this kind of stuff. I'm seeing messages come up pretty easy, and stuff is definitely dying. So it looks like most everything is reacting quite well. Now, there was two more dreads that just went away there. They look like Zernitras. Let's do another. So we're up to 1,436 kill mails before I just did a refresh here. Oh yeah, Winter Co. That's the name of them. So Winter Co. is like Frat and those guys. PanFam is obviously PLNC Horde, and then INIT Imperium, and yeah, do B2, is that the name of their coalition? I guess. Yeah. So I guess Brave and all their friends are B2. I guess is what we're calling them. I don't know. Pretty much what you can call them right now is dead. Okay, so a little update. Nothing's much has changed. Blue team is 1.36 trillion, and the red team is 2.38 trillion. So they are absolutely over that 1 trillion is divide, and we are at 3.7 trillion total. 3.7 trillion total lost. Let's see here. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to try something here because there's quite a lot of people watching. And I'm going to try and do a giveaway. Let's see, what have we got to choose from? Yeah. How about a Tempest? So let me see if I can. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Oh no, I don't want that. What's the? Oh yeah. Sorry, they just showed me how to do this the other day, so you have to bear with me here a little bit. And let me see here. So this is a Tempest scope syndication. Okay, so this giveaway, it's 7 o'clock my time now. What time in game? So 2300. So I'll run this for 30 minutes. Okay, this is for a Tempest scope syndication skin. And I don't have the skin, the guy who runs it. So whoever the winner is, you'll have to message me and I'll have to message him, and then he'll have to contract it to you in game. So it may take a little bit to get it done, but I promise we'll get it done. Let's see, did that work? There we go. Okay. So if you type ticket or exclamation point ticket in the chat, it will auto buy you a ticket, and you have to be present to win when I draw it in 30 minutes. Let's see here. I'm going to pin this comment up here so that people see it and they can join the giveaway. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Cressy. Did it not get it? Oh yeah, there's 11 people entered already. Yeah, so hmm. Yeah, Cressy's entered. Leakry, I don't see you yet. Um, if you don't get the reply that you're entered, go ahead and do it again. Oh, Leakry, I got you now. Yep, Leakry, it got you a ticket. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be working. Like I said, I'm just starting on this. Sorry, things are. I want to make sure that everything goes down correctly. So, yeah, not much else is going on. Just dreads are being deleted quickly. And the bubble fest is absolutely on. The blue team is absolutely making sure. You can see that red bubble to the right there that's just showing up. They are making sure to keep all of those guys in red bubbled and make sure that they do not get away. I do not know if anybody's still coming in. Local is now down less than 2,200. So it looks to be now when people are dying or whatever, they are getting out and staying out. Um, I don't, I haven't seen anybody warp off in mass. So it looks to be just losses and people aren't jumping back in. I haven't seen any fleets of subcaps or anything warp off. Actually, we haven't even really looked at subcaps to see who's on field. We know there was a bunch of battleships. Let's scroll down here. Let me bring the Zkill back up, and we'll look at battleships real quick. So if you look in the battleship realm here, starting with Nightmares, the blue team fielded 95 Nightmares, lost one, 231 Tempest Fleet issues, and lost 40. And it looks like the red team fielded 329 Tempest Fleet issues and lost 106 of them, and 141 rotes and lost 84. So those are the bulk of the battleship kills. So that's well over 200 battleships lost on the red side. On the blue side, it looks to be about 100, a little bit less than 100. Um, so that is definitely a good trade. I mean, that's a 2-to-1. So yeah, that would be 100% a good trade. Nothing else really seems crazy. Um, yeah, there's 28 sabers for the blue side and 11 flycatchers. 10 of the flycatchers have been killed and 20 of the sabers have been killed. So right now, I would imagine the red team is frantically trying to get rid of as many of these dictors as possible and try and get rid of the bubbles. They do have a couple command destroyers, and the command destroyers have the micro jump drive. So when they hit that micro jump, it will take the bubbles with them and try and get um, the dreads unbubbled so they have a chance of getting out. But they are so covered right now. I don't know that they. I don't think they have a chance, even with uh, command desis, of getting all that off of them. They will absolutely, almost certainly all die. And you can see all these sabers. Yeah, so there's more sabers here on screen that are what in this battle report, which means so a saber will not show up on the battle report until it has done something to cause it to get on the kill. So it can spawn bubbles, and if no one tries to warp in that bubble, the bubbles are just there and they won't even show up. but just what I'm looking at real quick right here, there's probably 20 or 25 sabers just absolutely carpeting all of the red dreads in bubbles to make sure that they can't go anywhere. And I'm quite certain the FCs are screaming more bubbles, more bubbles. Kind of like the more dots thing, just more bubbles. So, oh yeah, here, let me, ooh, I have some, I'm on the wrong computer here, but let me type this in here. No, maybe not. I don't know if it'll come up. Okay. Hey, CCP Swift is in the chat. Outstanding. Um, anyway, if you want to enter the giveaway, exclamation ticket, and you'll be entered to win. Right now, it looks like we're up to, let's see here. I don't know if I have to refresh this or what. Yeah, 19 entrants and 90 some people in chat. So make sure you type your exclamation point ticket and get into the drawing. I'm going to bring it up on this computer. That way I have it. I can see it a little bit easier. Okay, yeah, there's some people going. Let's see. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing the giveaway on my own. So please be gentle. I will. Okay, let me buy a ticket. Okay, I'm not eligible to win, but so let's see. Okay, there we go. That worked. I don't know why it didn't work on the other one. Anyway, there's all the social media stuff for Talking in Stations. This stream is brought to you by Talking in Stations. We have a Discord and basic discussion groups, industry chat rooms, that kind of stuff. Feel free to stop on by. You know, basic behave yourself stuff, and it won't be any trouble. So, fights still going pretty strong. There are quite a bit of dreads going down. Let me see if I can get a D scan and see what all is out in space. Let's see, 14.3. Yep. Okay. So let's do this and this, and then we'll close this. And then let's see what comes up here. Okay. So right now there is 203. Oh, wait. Oh, there's 527 dreads still on the field, 15 carriers, 2 force auxiliaries. Oh, wait a minute. I did that D scan using my overview settings. Let me get another one here that's not, there's no filters. No, Rain's still doing TIS. Unfortunately, she's at work, and so she couldn't do it. And I am now a full-blown host. So, oh yeah, sorry. Here, let me go back to the battlefield view for you. I am so sorry about that. So I'm a host now, and so I've been doing shows on my own. I have a Wednesday night show where I've started a new pilot, and then the Nick and Ken um, industry show, mostly on Saturdays, but we don't have a set schedule for that show. And then Rain does the typical Sunday show. And then sometimes I help her, and sometimes um, I don't, depending on who's going to be on that week, that kind of stuff. And Ben engineers for her, and Nick and I kind of take turns engineering for each other as we have free time. So let's see. Oh, it still only gave me. I turned that off. Oh well. Unless there's no. Oh yeah, there's definitely battleships here. Yeah, there's definitely battleships here. Okay, so here, let's do this. And we're just going to put this filter to all. I hope my machine doesn't die. And then we'll do a D-scan again and see what we get. Meantime, I'll do an update on the kill board summary. We're up to over 1,500 kills so far. I don't know. My D-scan's not playing nice right now. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that definitely showed up shuttles and stuff. So I'm going to take you back to the blue overview here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let me bring this up real quick here. There is an overview of what's going on right now. So there's 2,000 ships. Local is still hanging out at like 2170, so about 100 less than it was before, but still quite a bit in here. There's 647 battleships, mostly Tempest fleet issues, followed by Roques and Nightmares. There's 516 dreads still on field. Remember, it was 547 just a little bit ago, so 31 of them either died or jumped out just since I took that first scan. 220 capsules, 157 Logi, 52 frigates, 49 interdictors. Okay, yeah. So there is, like I thought there was a ton of dictors out there. That was the whole reason that we did this. So there is absolutely a ton of dictors out there keeping everything that's red, that's a dread, bubbled. So there's 32 sabers and 12 flag catchers. Okay. So back to the battle report. Oh, we are so close to 4 trillion. Looks like the blue team has lost 1.4 trillion. The red team, 2.52 trillion. Total, 3.93 trillion. So we are absolutely super close to 4 trillion ISK gone. Okay, let's get back here to the fight, see what's going on. Yeah, you can see all those red bubbles showing up right there. That's those sabers putting in work and bubbling everything that they can. Oh, it does look like, oh yeah. There is 2 red fleets warping out right now. So it looks like the subcaps for Goons and INIT are absolutely bailing, and they are probably going to leave whatever's on the field to die. Make sure you enter the giveaway for the Tempest Scope skin. Oh, my, that gotta come up with different names for this stuff. This Tempest Scope Syndication skin. You type exclamation ticket in chat and you're entered to win. I'll be drawing it. It's at 23:30. So 14 minutes and I'll be drawing for that skin. Um, oh yeah, they're bubbling. They got those two dreads that were way up top now. Yeah, they are. Oh, those are two Zenitras. Yeah, oh, a Zenitra and a Phoenix. Yeah. So it looks like the blue fleet chased some of the red fleet, and now they are back. It looks like battleships. Oh, maybe they just repositioned because a bunch of the blue battleships. Oh, they're Munins. Who's fielded Munins? Oh, Frat has a Munin fleet now too. Oh, I guess they wanted to field a second fleet. So a Munin fleet just showed up and basically came right in on the ball of dreads. So I'm sure they're going to start going to work on them as soon as possible. Yeah, that's going to be, I mean, there's still over a page here. I'm scrolling up and down. You can see how far my bar is here. So that's probably 50. So there's probably close to 80 dreads and carriers left on field for the red team. And I would imagine that the vast majority of them are going to die. We're down to 2130 in local. So local is dropping slowly. Um, Tie-dye is still doing very well, though. Like I said, I'm not listening to the comms, so I don't know. But from what people have DM'd me and stuff, stuff's operating slow, but it is operating. So let me see here. Sorry, taking care of a few things here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely part of a bigger war or battle. Um, these groups have been duking it out now for the past couple months up here. This particular one, there was an Ihub timer, and someone said something bad about someone else's grandma and an Ihub, and it went to hell in a handbasket quick. So it doesn't take much to set people off nowadays. Yeah, and technically, World War B3 or whatever you want to call it, you know, that war was a couple years, and then basically both sides took a couple months off, and then they all started a proxy war up here. So it's all the same sides fighting. Um, oh, it looks like there's a fleet of something coming back in. Let's see here. Oh, jackdaws. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like jackdaws, steeples, crucifiers. So Brave has brought in a bunch of anti-dictor stuff to try and get rid of the dictors, to get rid of the bubbles, so that these 80 some dreads don't die. No, this has nothing to do with the new gates. Um, no one knows what the new gates are except for they're there. They don't know where they go. There's a couple pictures of a bunch of swords going somewhere down in the middle of the divide between drones and the low sec area. But short of that, no one knows what they are, what they do, where they go, how they're going to work, whether Jovians are just going to come out and start whacking people or what. So there's not a whole lot to fight over them right now. Oh, so I got a vote for going to drift to wormholes. They may. They you have as much chance of being right as anybody right now. So it will be pretty cool to see that play out. Um, I was really surprised how fast people found them. Obviously, being on the CSM, I was not allowed to compete in that because we kind of already knew. So I wasn't eligible for the 50 billion, but it was fun watching the videos and the Reddit posts and this kind of stuff come up and see how people were going about trying to find them. So that was really cool to see, and I hope CCP does a lot more content like that. I really think content like that was pretty cool. Maybe make it a little bit harder next time, or maybe make it so you have to have a little more co-opetition, I guess is a good way to put it. If anyone watches NASCAR and DW, um, so, but anyway, let's see, where are we at on the count now? Are we over 4 trillion? And still, we have fielded probably close to 800 dreads. Not a single Tech 2 dread has been fielded so far. It's all Tech 1 dreads, faction and regular. Oh, there's a new ball. Okay, so, oh, looks like the red group just warped in a bunch of Tempest Fleet issues in a ball. I don't remember that ball being that tight before. So they either just warped in or they grouped up or something. But they just grouped in. Maybe trying to work on those sabers a little bit, no telling. But stuff is dying at a pretty rapid rate now. You can see how much I scroll. Every time I look up, something blips off the screen. And we are officially over 4 trillion now. 1.44 trillion on the blue team, 2.55 trillion on the red team. Okay, so I guess we're 100 million short of 4 trillion, but I'm calling it because, well, I'm the one with the microphone and I can. But yeah, it's definitely going to be over 4 trillion for sure. At this point, I'm hoping it may be over 5 or 6 by the time we're all said and done. Oh, let's see. Oh, the girls are home real quick. Let me oh, I don't know how to mute this so I can I guess I could just text them and tell them. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I wish I was in the fight. I just didn't. I couldn't when they started. I couldn't commit, and then so did the next best thing and brought everybody else along. The Galente victory skins. I'm not sure what that is. If that's for the Alliance tournament, then typically um, they don't get given out till quite a bit after the tournament, I think. I'm not sure. CCP Swift might be able to answer that. Um, yeah, make sure that you enter the giveaway. The giveaway is going to go for 4.5 more minutes, and then I'll draw a winner. You must be present to win. But but yeah, the AT prize stuff takes a little while for all that to happen. And I don't know that I would expect too many of them to show up on the market right away. Normally, the groups have kind of made deals for that stuff ahead of time, so they do their deals and get that stuff done, and then see what they have left over, and then maybe some go up on the market, maybe some don't. It's kind of hard to say. Let's see here. Let's do another one so we can tell if we're over 4 trillion, so we can officially call it. Well, I already called it, but we make the numbers actually add up. Oh, locals back up to 2,200. So it doesn't look like, looks like the couple fleets that showed up to help get rid of those dictors have kind of bumped up the numbers a little bit temporarily. Let's see where we at. Still reloading here, just thinking about it. So here we are. Oh yeah, we're definitely there. So the red team now is 2.6 trillion lost. Blue team is 1.46 trillion, or we just call it 1.5. So we are at 4.06 trillion lost right now. There's Zernichers. Remember, we started with 47 on this side. Now we bumped up to 65. 27 of those have lost. The red side is bumped up to 57, and they've lost 17. So they jumped in quite a few more Zenitras as well, and quite a few more of them have died. Again, Revelations and the Naglfars have taken the most beating. Both sides have fielded relatively the same number of Naglfars, 89 for the red, 95 for the blue. Both have lost 78. However, Revelations, the blue team fielded 237 Revelations and lost 27. The red team fielded 196 and lost 163. They have lost almost 1 trillion ISK just in Revelations alone. No, they're not fighting over a citadel. They're fighting over an Ihub timer. And they're not actually fighting over the Ihub timer anymore because the Ihub timer is long gone. But they're fighting over like the ability to whatever. There was a timer for an Ihub and someone started doing Tosis, and one side or the other didn't like that, and it got ugly quick. So yeah, once it goes to a cap brawl, no one really cares about the Ihub timer. The Ihub timer is simply there to induce a fight, and that's exactly what happened. So another minute and a half on the giveaway, exclamation point ticket. Make sure you get your ticket in. So let's do another D scan here and see where we're sitting on D scan. It'll take a sec for my screen to update here. Maybe. Just thinking about it. There we go. So pilot counts up a little bit, up to like 2205 in system. So pilot counts been relatively stable. Few seconds left, exclamation point ticket. Get your entry in to win the Tempest skin. Okay, I want to do another one here. That way we can go back and forth. So right now we're at 673 battleships and 465 dreads. And a few minutes ago when I did it, we were at 647 battleships and 516 dreads. So from 516 to 465, so that's what, 35, 41, 51 dreads have either died or have jumped out since I did the last D scan. So I would imagine, based on the kills and stuff, that most of them have died. Okay, so time's up. I'm going to be closing the giveaway, and we're going to draw a winner. Zero OG McFadden, you are the winner. Please DM me. I think, yeah. Uh, hmm. Actually, I don't know how you DM on this thing. Are you in chat still? Are you here? OG McFadden, are you still here? Ah, okay. So let's see here. How do I? There we go. Whisper. That's what we're looking for. Sorry, I've never done whispers on Twitch before. So. Anyway, local's still pretty steady. Everything seems to be working okay, so we're getting there. Let me see here. Let me try this link real quick and see. I had someone text me a battle report here and see if it's still pretty. OG, do you see my whisper? Can you message me your in-game pilot, please? Yeah, this one's about the same. Yep. So let's see, where are we sitting on? Oh, so there's actually more right now. If you look on this for dictors, for interdictors, there's 57 now. So the blue team is really ramped up on interdictors to try and trap as many of these dreads as possible. And as you can tell, my scroll now is getting really short. So there's quite a few of them that are dying. Once we know we can't scroll anymore, that's a bad day. And if you look on this side, as you can tell, there's, it's scroll for days on the dreads. So the blue team is outnumbering the dreads on the red team by a very large margin right now. And that's, obviously that's why the red ones are dying at such a rapid pace. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Um, the blue team is PanFam and Winter Co. So Pandemic Legion, Pandemic Horde, Northern Coalition, Slice, Fraternity, and all of the other people in Fraternity in Winter Co. that are with Fraternity. The red team is Goonswarm, INIT, and B2, and all the B2 folks. I had it kind of up here earlier. Let me put this back up here now so you can kind of see. This is a little bit. This battle report's pretty old. Let me reload it, but you get an idea of who's on the different sides. And this one I kind of broke up a little bit more. So on this one, the first two columns combined are the blue team. The two columns on the right combined are the red team. I just broke out a few of the bigger alliances so you get an idea of who's losing the most ISK and that kind of thing. Well, the reason it is what it is because I'm in PL, so all of PL was already blue. So to make them red would be a lot of work. So I took the easy way out. It's simple. It's that simple. Um, so it looks like, yeah, so INIT and Goons looks like they're down right at 2 trillion right now. Just those two groups alone are right at 2 trillion. The Brave and the rest of their coalition are 650 billion down. And Fraternity, Test, Slice, and those guys are down about 400 billion. And Pandemic Horde, Northern Coalition, Pandemic Legion are down 1.1 trillion. So kind of breaks it up a little bit better so you can kind of see how that's working out. But it is absolutely, oh, there's a bunch of things warping on or off screen. I couldn't see. Looks like a red group is definitely warping in though. Kind of hard to see. You see a bunch of stuff strung out there at the top. Those are all subcapitals up there that aren't bubbled. But all these little blue, all these blue ships right here, Flycatcher, Stiletto, Saber, that one's in a pod, yeah, Flycatcher. Those are all the dictors, and they just come out here and kind of get out of range and reload their bubbles and then go back in and lay 3 more bubbles down just to keep those dreads absolutely bubbled so that every single one of them dies. There's right now there's almost zero chance any large amount of those dreads get out. I mean, maybe a couple here or there happen to get out, but by and large, if you're a dread and you're on the field on the red team right now, you will die before this is over. And you notice they saved a lot of their Zenitras for the end. So the price, because they cost the most, oh, well, there's a, as I say this, there's a, oh, they're a bunch of flycatchers. So I don't know if maybe they're equipped with guns and stuff instead of bubbles to go after the blue. I don't know what happened to the Jackdaw fleet or why they weren't that effective, but obviously they're going to try their best to extract what they can at this point, you know, and throw in a fleet of dictors at it to get even half a dozen dreads out is definitely worth it, ISK-wise. But I would imagine they're going to do about anything that they can to try and get out as much as they can, because it's all going to die now. There's no way out of this. Mm, I'm sorry, I forgot I left it up. Good catch. Yeah, so the red group that just warped in is right here. You can see all those INIT flycatchers that are just coming in. So that group is in right there. And then if you look here, there's a flycatcher. I'm not sure where some of this stuff was. Yeah, there's another group of blue dreads that just showed up right here. I don't know if they sinoed in or what, but they are right on top of the rest of these, and they are absolutely going to start laying waste to stuff quickly. And this whole ball over here, it looks like some stuff may be jumping out. Oh, that's what it is. So the short range dreads that were over here, most likely, They can't hit these dreads, so they're probably just going to jump out because there's no reason for them to be in here now. Um, and if they can, they've been in long enough that they won't have any timer. They can jump out, wait a few minutes, and jump back in on top of what's left of the red dreads and start going to town on them too. Yeah. Well, yeah, quickly is a relative term in tie-dye. Yeah, US time zone coming in too. That's true. Let's see, where are we at with yeah, we're still at 10% and we're down less than 2,100 people now. So I don't imagine, even with the US time zone coming in, I don't see this fight escalating anymore. They're probably in the let's get out what we can and go from there. And if another fight happens on US time zone, so be it. But they're probably definitely working on trying to get their stuff out as much as they can. Sorry, sorry. Oh, the I just a couple of the red team members who were on the CSM just posted on the CSM Slack. It's quite funny. Sorry about that. Anyway, does anyone check Jita? See what's going on there? I would imagine that there's probably a lot of stuff that you can't get right now. Dictors, maybe jackdaws. Mycosaracin gas is probably absolutely in short supply, if there's any left at all, for less than like 500,000 a unit. Um, yeah, if I was a gas miner, well, I'd be fueling up the ventures and the porpoise, and I'd be finding me some gas somewhere in low sec and mining till I just couldn't mine no more. Those streaks, they're not warping. Those are blue dreads jumping out. Those, like we talked about, if you can see that's up on the screen now, you can see the gray where it used to be a revelation and now it's not there. They had short range dreads over there, and now there's nothing left to kill. So they're jumping out. Now, whether or not they'll jump back in closer to the red dreads or just leave, because the blue team already has probably a 6 or 7 to 1 advantage over the red team on dreads. The red team now is on one page. There is no more scrolling on the red side. So you notice the red subcaps down here in the bottom, they're warping off as well. That fleet of Tempest fleet issues. And any of the dreads, the blue dreads that are out of range, are all jumping out. You see that ball of red and then the jump? That's them jumping out. But there is another ball of blue dreads right here up close and personal. Now, all these red dreads that are out here were all their long range dreads. And those long range dreads were projecting from there over to, you can see now all this gray right here by that blue ball. Those are all dead dreads. So this line of oh crap, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's still not reacting very well to input here. But okay, this line of red dreads right here is what killed all of that. However, they're still long range fit, which means, I mean, they can still shoot, but they don't do nearly as much DPS. And now the blue team has dropped a bunch of short range fit dreads right on top of them. So not only did they drop more dreads on top of them, but they're also higher DPS dreads. So it's just going to make the red dreads just die that much quicker. Um, and there's a bunch of battleships here trying to kill the dreads as fast as possible. But there is a blue fleet of subcaps in there as well. I think they're over here. No, that's still revs. Oh, maybe they're killing everything with them. But at the end of the day, as you can see, there's nothing red that's jumping out. It's only the blue that's jumping out, and the amount of red dreads are just dwindling as they all will die. And then the blue team will most likely hold the field and loot it because there's probably going to be close to 1 trillion ISK in loot on the field. And with the amount of dreads that are being lost by both sides, the amount of guns and modules that you can pick up would probably be enough to offset a significant portion of your losses. Yeah, they may have the close guns in the bay, but you can't, once you have a timer, you can't refit them. So they can have them in the bay, but it doesn't do them any good. They can't refit while they're fighting. No, ice won't jump much from this. A little bit maybe because you have to do a bunch of reactions, but ice is already pretty plentiful, so um, I don't think that will affect much. The biggest thing will be R4 moon goo, the capital core temperature regulators. Boy, if you got some R4 moon goo right now, you could probably find someone on one of these teams that will absolutely like give you a birthday card every year for the next 5 years if you have considerable amounts of R4 goo, um, PI, P4 PI, and mycocericin gas. Yeah, absolutely. Or the two things, the meta molecular condensers and the electroneurosignalers, the stuff that only comes from drops from exploration. You want to make ISK, start exploration today because those things are going to be a hot commodity for sure. Two trillion what? 2 trillion. We passed 2 trillion over an hour ago. Um, total lost right now. Let me refresh this. Let's see where we sit here. Bring this up. And it's thinking about it. Zkill is about ready to fall over dead right now. Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot real quick for someone. And then put that right here. Okay, so tally so far, the blue team 1.54 trillion. So that has barely gone up since the last time we did this. The red team now is 2.76 trillion. So remember how when we started there was about 600 or 700 billion difference, and then it held pretty close, about 1 trillion difference. Now it's up to 1.2 trillion difference, and that makes sense as they started extracting. The more you extract, the less blue you kill. That gives blue more latitude to do whatever they want. And now everything that's left on the red side will absolutely die. So the blue team total will probably go up, but very minimal But the red team, I would imagine the red team is going to go well over 3 trillion. And I don't know that we're going to hit 5 trillion. It'll be close if we hit 5 trillion, but we've definitely smashed the 4 trillion mark, and getting pretty close to 5 trillion. I don't know that we'll get there. It'll be close. Let me take this away. All that's really happened is a bunch more of the blue team has jumped out. And as you can see, there's empty space down here. You can't really see because I'm in the way. But you can see behind me, like no, let's see, yeah, right here, there is, I can't move my hand there. There's empty space right here. And that used to be all full of dreads. And they are being deleted very quickly. And I would imagine once the last dread dies, or pretty close to the last dread, the red team's going to want to get their subcaps out of here, because all of those battleships up here are all in bubbles. And if they try and run away and turn their micro warp drives on, those dreads will absolutely slaughter them as well. So they're going to want to skedaddle as quickly as possible. Good night, CCP Swift. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, yeah, and I'm a horrible streamer, and I left this up again, so we'll get rid of this. But, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Actually, I really don't care about subs that much, but please give us a follow and hit the little notification bell. And I'm going to be around a lot more over the next couple months. So I know Matterall used to do this kind of stuff all the time, and I plan on doing it as much as I can. So there, you should see a lot more stuff coming from Talking in Stations. I do have a Wednesday night show tomorrow night, assuming I have power and internet. And then Nick and I do a show on Saturday, and then the normal Talking in Stations show on Sunday as well. Yeah, Zkill to pick up. Zkill's running around with its tongue hanging out, basically just like the server. So, let's see if CCP Paragon will answer us. Are you looking at the server? Oh, tie-dye's up to 14-15%. Yeah, local's down to 1,800. So the server is definitely doing better. It's still pegged, I would imagine, at 100% or pretty close to it. Yeah, it's smoking. Yeah, I'm sure it wants some liquid nitrogen or something to cool it down. But I mean, there was only 2,300 in local, but it looks like the server performed extremely well. There's 25 or 30 dreads left to die. It looks like a lot of the red team. Let's see, what is this? Oh, the jackdaws, the scalpels, the sweeples and stuff have warped off. They've given up trying to kill the sabers. And oh, there's another fleet up here. So let's see, what is this? Guardians, hyenas, oh, all the fast stuff. Okay, let's see, all the slow slugs. What's coming in behind them? Another Tempest fleet, issue fleet. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't see them re-engaging at this point. I would imagine that they're just trying to get their act together, but you never know. People have done some crazy stuff. So let's see what's here. Yeah, I don't see any capital logi. It's all sub logi. So I don't know how well that would fare. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, there's a whole. Oh, this is a goon fleet of Tempest fleet issues. So I don't know if they're going to give them cover to try and get those out of there. But as you can see, the amount of dreads are absolutely dwindling rapidly. And there's these dreads that are still left over here on the blue side. I would imagine that these are all long range fit. So they can hit the whatever dreads that are left over here. There's a bunch there. They're just scattered. There's a bunch down here. Yeah, so they can hit those last few that are left, and then it'll be clean up. I I I can't see that red fleet engaging, but you never know. Yeah, they could port in supers, but I don't know what goons have for supers in this area. I don't know if they deployed with everything. And Frat is in range of here for sure. And PL and Northern Coalition aren't too far away. Neither is Horde. And if goons have to go back to Delve and bring them up, that would not work out well because I would imagine that the blue team would absolutely wipe the field before goons could even get here just based on distance. Um, but it's too hard to say. Yeah, I don't know that there's going to be too much wreck killing. Oh, yeah, maybe the red guys will kill Rex because, like I said before, there's probably going to be close to 1 trillion ISK in loot on the field. And yeah, if you hold the field, oh no, looks like they're going to go for it here. They are warping down on top of the long range dreads, and it looks like this goon Tempest fleet is out of the bubbles now. So if they're not locked down, I would imagine these blue dreads are going to start skedaddling. Let's see what's down here. Yeah, this is a bunch of Tempest fleet issues. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, yeah. I imagine some blue dreads will definitely die for sure. Um, don't know how many. Probably not very many because there's a lot of them that have gone out. And if they jump back in on top of this ball, they will absolutely shred that ball without any capital logic. Yeah, you can see a bunch of them leaving now. Yeah, there's one bubble in the middle, but that didn't get a terrible amount of them. Even so, there's still a ton out here, and they can lay waste to those tempests. You notice that they were pretty smart to not if they get bubbled themselves, they'll have to move. Um, I don't know how well that'll work out for them. Never know. So yeah, and there's only what half a dozen left. So let's see what that Zenitra count is up to now. I don't know that it'll update this quickly, but those Zenitras went down extremely fast there at the end. And once these dreads finish off these other dreads here, then they'll be able to engage these battleships. In a fight like this, they will be able to kill those battleships pretty easily. Oh, Gladius, yeah, it's called a meta molecular condenser. It looks like a little blue castle type thing. And then the other one is the electro neuro signaler. You have to have both in order to build capitals. They are in short supply. And if you can find them, they were about 140 and 180 million each. And I would imagine after this, they are going to be absolutely up there in price. Okay, OG McFadden, if you're still here, I just got a update from the guy who owns the skins, and he's in the fight right now, fielding 3 dreads or 2 dreads. So as soon as he's done, he will get that skin contracted to you. Down to the last. Okay, yeah. So the red team, 57 Zenitras total, 34 have been lost now. And they are over 1 trillion ISK in lost revelations. And this is obviously, based on Zkill. It's going to take Zkill a while to catch up. Some of these big fights, it may take an hour or 2 at least for Zkill to be able to catch up. So let me see here if I can. Let's see if I can find out what's going on. Get a little inside intel. Gilmere, well, no one's really fighting who anymore. It's pretty much down to a turkey shoot or shooting fish in a barrel. But the blue team is Pan Fam and Frat, Winter Co. and that kind of stuff. Red team is Goons and INIT and the B2 coalition, Brave and those guys. And they were fighting over an Ihub timer, and it turned into a giant capital fight. Once these guys are done, I will switch to a BS overview. And let's see here. Where's battleships? There we go. Yeah, down to what, half a dozen left? Let's see. Okay, and there's the BS overview. So they have a ton of battleships still on the field. And let's see. Oh, that's not going to show blue, but anyway. You can't really see except for I turned the thing the wrong way. You see many capsules in there. There's a few. Oh, are they bouncing or are they? So some of the red Tempest Fleet issues are warping out. I don't know if they got targeted and then they're like, yep, peacing out because I got targeted or what. But there are there's a capsule there, capsule there, capsule there, capsule there, capsule there. So those dreads are absolutely laying waste to them as well. As you can tell, there are dreads jumping out. So it looks like they're just going to a ping and coming back into the fight. 5 dreads left. That'll be the end of the dreads. Yeah, so the nightmares, I can't tell where they are position wise. Oh yeah. So if you look down here, all these nightmares and TFIs, these guys are in range. So they are absolutely able to shoot up and kill them as well and provide cover for these guys. So yeah, the those TFIs, I mean, I'm sure they're killing something, but they're not doing a ton of damage. Yeah, the ISK delta now is up to 1.3 trillion. So pretty much most of the Logi died already. There was a bunch of Minikawas and Apostles and that kind of stuff, and pretty much all that died. There's a little bit of subcap Logi. I saw some Guardians and Oneros, but you know when you're getting shot by dreads, they don't. I mean, they're pretty much worthless. Well, there's some more bubbles going up. Oh yeah, that last dread, they didn't want that one to get out. Okay. So, oh, there was a big red fleet that just took off. What was that? The INIT TFIs look like they're bail. Oh, they just got bubbled. They were trying to bail, and a bunch of them just got bubbled. It looks like. Yeah. Oh, and a bunch of them are in shuttles for their escape vehicle, I guess. So, or maybe the dreads had shuttles in them so the guys could be could get out of the bubbles. But yeah, so that didn't go so well. Who is up here in Newts? Oh, that's Volta. So they're on the same team as the Reds up here. Yep. So I don't know if a nit actually killed any dreads. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know if they're bouncing or whether they're piecing out, but they definitely are not here right now. See if they show back up. Jackdaws, few Rokes, and this kind of stuff. It looks like they're either bouncing or as they get clear, they're getting out of the fray as well. I don't see where the init guys went. It doesn't look like they're anywhere on grid, that's for sure. And local is down to 1680 now. So it looks like um, so okay, the difference between interdictable bubbles and deployable bubbles. Deployables you put down and there's a timer until they come online and then they go up, but you can shoot them um, to kill them and then they just go away. And they're actually quite big bubbles. But they take a while to online. And in a fight like this, they would be dead before they'd ever online. A dictor bubble is basically a charge from an interdictor. There's 3 of them that you can load in the launcher at a time, and you just go down and poop, 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 and poop them out. Um, they're pretty hard to shoot. They're much easier to smart bomb off, but you never, like when you are dictoring something, you don't ever put the dictor bubble right over top of the ship. You put it so the ship is kind of at the edge of the dictor bubble. That way their smart bomb can't kill the center. The other thing is the bubbles that you put out, they're anchored in space. Whereas a dictor bubble, if you have a micro jump drive command destroyer, you can jump those bubbles either away from your ships or onto other ships. So that's kind of the difference of the 2 types of bubbles. The anchored bubbles are almost never, ever, ever used in fleets. The only time you'd see them in a fleet is if they were already there when the fleet or when the fight happened. Almost everything in the fleet is all going to be dictor bubbles. Yeah, dictors can also drop wobbles, which is a bubble that gives you a web effect as well. But those are very niche type things and aren't definitely aren't used for cap fights. Yes, you can boosh Dictor bubbles. So it looks like the bubbles are off all those blue dreads now. So there might be a couple that are still caught here, but they're only sitting there with a bunch of capsules. So there's nothing left on the red side that can hurt any of those, it doesn't look like. And we're down to just over a page of battleships. Or I'm sorry, just over 4 pages of battleships on the goon side here. And they're all up here at the top. And I'm sure they're still shooting down in there, but they're not doing a ton. Oh, look, there is an apostle there. Oh, a frat apostle doing some work. I imagine he got lost somewhere along the way or got stuck and couldn't jump out. But let's see here. Just reading up right here. So here, let's do another. Let's see if there's any dreads left on the red side. A Rev, a Phoenix, a Zenitra, and a Moros. Oh, they're pretty far down there. They may be out of range of everybody. May take them a little bit to kill them. So we're well over 4.5 trillion right now. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to hit 5 trillion. We'll be very, very close. Yeah, Felmar, the apostles are mostly meat shields, but the problem is this apostle wasn't anywhere near battleships. I would imagine he was initially and got stuck there and just no one bothered to shoot him. So he was just hanging out way over there. So let's see. It looks like the red team now is right at 3 trillion. Here, let me bring this up on the screen. Right at 3 trillion lost, and the blue team is 1.64 trillion. So 4.64 trillion total. There's a chance we can hit 5 trillion. It'll be close. Yeah, because it's still showing 36 Zenitras, and I've watched 4 or 5 die, and it was 36 before. So yeah, these totals are definitely going to go up. 166 dead revs for the red side, 40 for the blue side, 79 nags for the blue side, 81 nags for the red side, 36 Moros, 28 Phoenix. Yeah, this is going to get ugly. Okay, so the Tempest fleet issues, 187 died for the red side. That was sitting just over 100 before. So when INIT warped in those Tempest fleet issues, I think they took a pretty big beating there. That's why they didn't stick around very long. And so now it's well over 300 battleships lost for the red team. Yeah, with 25 here and this kind of stuff, they're probably over 350 battleships lost, whereas the blue side lost about 125. No, let's see, 40, 150. 150, and I would imagine that's probably going to go to 175, maybe close to 200 by the time everything catches up. This side is over 300 now. It'll probably go to 350 by the time Zkill catches up as well. Yeah, this is going to be right now 2,004. I don't know. Does my thing scroll up that high? I got to wait for it to catch up. No, it doesn't quite go that high. 2,408 kill mails have been logged in this fight so far. And that's only what's been up on Zkill. I'd imagine they're all going to get there eventually, but like I said, it may take a couple hours for them to get there. Yeah, Bane of the Galaxy. I mentioned that a few times. Uh, yeah, I said over 800 dreads, and not a single Tech 2 dread has been used because if you can't use the fancy little wandy thing, they are absolutely positively useless. And they have as much DPS as a Tech 1 dread. They cost 3 to 4 times as much. And if you don't need the lance, there is absolutely no reason to bring them. I have built a grand total of 4 of them, one of each race, just to say that I built them. And I pretty much gave them away for cost because they're worthless. They're good for killing jump freighters going from low sec to high sec. Other than that, they're absolutely useless. Yep, there has been plenty of Zernitras fed tonight. Total so far that we know about is 54. But I have watched a bunch die here that have not updated on Zkill. Like I said, the server and Zkill both are probably dying right now. So I would not be surprised based on the numbers fielded if there was, let's see, 35, 50, if there was over 80 dead Zernitras by the end of this. I would not be surprised. Thank everybody for coming. I'm glad you can make it. If you can, what's it called here? Do the follow thing and all that. We are going to try to do a little bit more of this here on Talking in Stations. I'm still getting used to this like everybody else. So thank you for being patient with me here. Okay, so there's only a couple left now. Let's switch back to the Battleship overview. Yeah, and as you can tell, that line is getting longer. They're down to probably a little over 3 pages. Those battleships are being killed off rather quickly. There's only a few Rokes left out of the whole first fleet. They've lost 127 out of 153 Rokes have died. So there's not many of them left. There's a lot of Tempest Fleet issues. They fielded 428 of them, and only 187 have died. But the whole INIT fleet has left. I have not seen them come back. There's less than 1,600 in local right now, and it's still dropping. So let's see. Is there any dreads left on this? Oh, there's still a Phoenix, a Moros, a Revelation. They may just be so far out of range, no one really cares about them right now. They'll get to them eventually. As you can see, the blue fleet is strung out pretty hard. Tempest fleet issues back here. I would imagine that the Nightmares are up here. Oh, no, more Tempest fleet issues there. Let's see. Rokes here. Where the Nightmares go? No, they're not there. Oh, maybe they're somewhere around here. Oh, there's Balgorns. More Tempest fleet issues. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple Nightmares right there. Okay. Nightmares, it looks like no one really cared about them. Only 1 out of 94 Nightmares died. So there you go. Food for thought. If you're ever in one of these fights, grab a Nightmare. You're safe. The overall numbers, the blue team fielded 1,674 ships. The red team fielded 1,697. So it was an incredibly even fight as far as people. Yeah, I am in PL. I don't try and hide that at all. That's why they're the blue team, because it would be too hard to change around all my settings just to make them red. So, but let's see. Navy Roke win. Yeah, I don't know about that. Um, Oh yeah, I definitely want the blue team to win for the sure. Oh, the iHub's still there. Oh, I'll zoom in on it for you there, Nick. If I can, oh, good Lord, if I can make the mouse work. Yep, there it is. Let's see here. Can I zoom in? Yeah, there we go. Yep, it's still right there. So someone, oh, I think it's self-healing in 23 minutes. It'll be completely. No one cared about the iHub. The iHub was just, basically the equivalent of, poking a stick at someone until they finally got mad and grabbed the stick out of your hand and snapped it. Then instead of crying, you went and got your big brother with a bigger stick, and you know, then everyone went back to the hood and got all their friends and went back to the stick, and everyone started grabbing for the stick. That's pretty much the way these things normally go. Yep, that's my ship right there. Don't kill me, please. So yeah, it's pretty much just mopping up right now. Yeah, there's only 2 dreads left now, and it looks like based on speed that these guys are starting to align, and I would imagine they're going to be warping out here real soon, because they're just doing nothing but bleeding right now. They really don't have. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff left in the bubbles, but they're just subcaps. They'll leave those. If they're smart, they'll be getting out of Dodge quickly. So less than 1,500 in local, down to about 1,450. So I imagine people are leaving at a fairly rapid pace, and it's well after midnight for the Euros, so they're probably dying that they got to go to work tomorrow, so they're wanting to go to bed. U.S. time zone's waking up, and they're not waking up. They're getting home from work, mad that the fight's over and they don't get to play. So, oh yeah, Goons win every now and again. Uh, I'm sure that they'll come up with some way that they actually won this fight. Just listen for the Matani's tweet. I'm sure it'll be quite revealing. Or whoever's in charge of Goons now. I don't even know. Probably Brisk or Merkelchin or someone. They'll tweet it that they won something. So, and the the red guys are warping off kind of in ones and twos. I don't see any concentrated effort. Tie-dye is down to 14%. So still about the same, down to 1,400 in local now. So local's definitely dropping. If you look, the bar's getting much longer here. So now there's probably only 3 sheets on the bottom of this is gone. So there's probably 2.5 sheets of there goes a giant batch of red fleet that's gone. So yeah, that's a huge amount of the fleet. There is probably a third of the fleet that's bubbled. If they stay bubbled, they will all die because all the Logi left them. So it looks like there's a hodgepodge fleet of Boss, and I don't know who half these people are, XIX and stuff. So they're trying to escape. Yeah, it looks like there's more Dictor bubbles going up. They should have left when they had the chance rather than waiting till the bitter end. But anyway, they did, so now they're going to pay the price. So is there any dreads left? Oh yeah, those same 2. They may be ghosts that aren't actually there. Big fights like this, you always have ghosts, and you see a bunch more flashes of dreads jumping out, and then there's neutral dictors, waterboarding, more dreads, and putting up bubbles just so they can't jump out. But they're in no real danger or anything of dying. They're just being waterboarded and not allowed to jump out. Oh, is Asher the guy in charge now? Okay. Yep. So I don't even know who that is. I mean, I've heard the name, but I guess he's an okay dude. So yeah, now we're down to like half a page of TFIs and they're in bubbles. So they either need to get out quick or I would imagine they are going to get wasted fairly quickly. Now they're escaping one at a time. Let's see if the nightmares and the tempest can get to them and kill them before they get out of the bubbles. So yeah, this fight's pretty much over. Let's see if we can get a reload here and see where we are on the count. See if we made it to 5 trillion. Let's see. Oh, so close. So right now we're at a little over 3 for the red team, a little over 1.65 for the blue team. So we're at 4.68 trillion killed right now. Well, that's only 10%, and we're over 5 trillion. And easily, we normally, big fights like this, we normally pick up 10% on Z kill after the fight's over. So I would not be surprised. I really didn't think we could hit 5 trillion, but I would not be surprised at all if we're over 5 trillion now. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see if there's anything else going on. Let's see, anything I need to cover here. Yeah, tie-dye looks like it's getting better. Yeah, it's up to 18% now. So things are going to start. Yeah, all the abyssal mods, there's no way to tell how much that stuff's worth. Um, oh, there was a bunch of red TFIs that almost made it out and the bubble went up. Yeah, so these last 10 or 15 will probably definitely die. And then that's the last of the red guys on field, it appears. Oh, yeah. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can see it real here, right there. What is that? Let's see if we can. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in. Look what's going on right there. I'm sure he's got the capital tractor beams going like nobody's business. Yeah, because he's pulling all those wrecks. See, all the wrecks are coming to him right there. I don't have the effects on, so you can't see. But that rock roll is sitting there, absolutely pulling every wreck over to him. He's probably got a can out as well, and pulling those wrecks over and looting. Oh, there's another one. Let's see where he is. Yep, there's another one right there. Yeah, they are absolutely. There's only 2 I see right now, but I would imagine they're going to have friends here soon. They are absolutely looting the field. Easily over 1 trillion ISK will be on this field. Not to mention the salvage. The salvage for this will be absolutely shoot. You could probably, the blue side won. They're going to get to loot the field. I would imagine there's going to be enough loot and salvage. They can probably refit half of the ships they lost with the loot and stuff that's on the field. Oh, is Villian one? Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you have a cargo one that's fitted for cargo, it can carry what, over 200,000 cubic meters. So and the fort's right here. So they can warp over to the fort, drop off stuff, and warp back and keep looting. Yeah. And it looks like the last of those Tempest fleet issues are dying right now. All that's left in the bubbles is a bunch of pods. So most of them all died for sure. Yeah, I was in PL back in the old days where, you shot every wreck because times were different, but you shot every wreck to deny loot to everybody. But man, nowadays with what stuff costs and the Tech 2 cap guns and this kind of stuff, looting the field, even for Daddy Warbucks, looting the field is absolutely worth it. The amount of ISK that's on that field right now. I mean, a trillion ISK is nothing to sneeze over. I mean, that's a lot of ISK, no matter how rich you are. That is a lot of ISK. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If something died next to you, absolutely grab whatever you can for sure, especially if it's an abyssal module or something like that. Let's see what time it. Oh, it's not. Okay, so this is still. Let's reload this. We're up to over 2,500 kill mails, though. Over 2,500 kill mails. Let's see. Oh, not that much has changed. Yeah. Stuff's kind of slowing down now. I don't know if we'll hit 5 trillion or not. We're definitely over 4.5 trillion. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're at 4.7 trillion right now. So yeah, ship replacements. I don't know about the other guys for PL. We did not lose enough to, let's see, what did PL lose? 2 Morris Navies, 3 Revs, 3 Nags, 3 Moros, 1 Apostle, 3 Minnows, 1 Nightmare, 3 Falcon. Oh yeah, this isn't even enough to. Yeah, 100, a little over 100 billion. Yeah, yeah, that's not even worth mentioning. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that lost a lot more, and I'll probably be called on to help out a little bit. But by and large, it's more or less a nothing burger here. So, well, it's just pretty much looting the field now. So I'm going to head off and get some dinner. And thank you guys for coming. Oh, wow, over 100. This is the first time I've been over 100 viewers for a fair majority of the show. I don't know what. 2.5 hours. Even it doesn't seem like that long. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys for coming. We're at 4.7 trillion, and I'm sure we'll hit 5 trillion by tomorrow morning. So thank you very much and have a good night.